Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, those that are new, and welcome back to my subscribers. I hope it's been a glorious morning for all of you. Excuse me. So much I want to talk about today, and I hope it's not all over the place, but let's see. I want to briefly talk about genuine relationships, friendships first. And this is all according to my my views and perceptions. So, if you don't resonate with it, that's okay. If you want to share what your views and perceptions are on a genuine connection, please comment below. I would like to learn from you. I'm sure we all would like to hear what everyone has to say. So, and I do enjoy hearing different points of views because, it's up to you. It's up to me whether I decide to agree with it, resonate with it, implement it into my world, or discard it. And so that's the beauty of humanity. We all have our unique ways of being, and this is how we help each other. Okay, enough with the banter. Okay, so I know I've talked about expectations before in my channel when it comes to the romantic kind of a relationship, but it really goes for all forms of relationships. And what I don't know if I discussed is I know that I've only talked about expectations being of like us having that fantasy of a relationship, like the fairy tale. And that could be true for some of you. Some of these love connections that I have witnessed are very much like the fairy tale. This is what we set up for ourselves before we incarnate into this world. Everyone comes here for a different experience in regards to love. And so the other side of the coin is having that, I'm not a committed type of person. I don't want to be with this person, or not necessarily that, but just having that, saying that at the start of a connection, saying that, not to have expectations, when you say that to the other person, you're also expressing your expectation. You're not expecting to be committed in the relationship. It could be truthful communication, but it's not going to be authentic, that connection. You're shooting it down before it starts. You're talking about its demise before it starts. And so that is something that I think we all need to watch out for. And to me, although it may seem like to you guys when you express yourself in that way, it could be honestly to a new connection that it's a good thing. It's sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Clouding the relationship, because now all the other person can think about, even if they didn't think about longevity in this relationship, is, okay, when is it going to end? When is this person going to leave? When is she going to leave? I've been guilty of it too. And so this is how you doom a connection before it begins. I recommend just, being in the moment. And being in the moment doesn't mean expressing, what I just said, expressing to the other person, hey, I'm not, I'm going into this casually. You don't need to do that. We read energy very well, all of us. And so it takes away from the genuinity of the connection. And so that's one thing I wanted to quickly discuss. Is there anything else? No, I think that's it in that regard. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Just be present. Let life surprise you. It will surprise you in the most beautiful ways. And so stay optimistic. And that is a good segue because I want to talk about the Sagittarius energy that we're in. Excuse me. Saggies are another favorite sign of mine. Both my mom and my brother are Sagittarians, and my dad is a Scorpio. And so anyway, the Sagittarian energy is very optimistic. They are the optimist of the zodiac. They are well into athletics, you know, physical fitness. They so you might be like feel encouraged. Oh, my cats. You might feel encouraged to be a bit more athletic or pay attention to your health. And they're also expansive. Their ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter is the philosopher, you know, they're very philosophical. I find that Sagittarians could either be deeply into religion or into spirituality, or maybe in some cases a little bit of both. Like with my mom, she's heavily devoted to religion, to Christianity. She reads the Bible all the time. And so they have that energy within them, like that. It's all spiritual, really, just different sectors of spirituality. Hi, Marco. I know. Angel just wants to play. Okay. And so the reason why I bring this up also is because we are going to maybe rely on that energy when we go into Mercury retrograde. And it is happening also the same night as the Gemini full moon. Now, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. It's a very, very communicative sign. I am a Gemini ascendant. And so I do understand that energy very well also. Gemini is a dual sign. And so with a lot of the Gemini energy, there may be, you know, pulled in like many multiple different directions. There could be internal conflict with that energy, especially with this full moon. It could be heightened. Now, Mercury being retrograde affects everybody differently. It depends on where Mercury is in your chart. I will use myself as an example. For me, Mercury is in Pisces. Mercury in Pisces, it's debilitated. So the communication will be severely affected. And the way that it affects me, Mercury does not like to be in water signs, so that's why. The way that that energy affects me is there's just so much going on in my heart and in my mind that I want to express. I'm so sorry, you guys. But it doesn't get expressed fully, like exactly how I thought of it or how I felt it. I have a hard time. It's like basically choking on words. And so that's what happens a lot when Mercury is in Pisces or it's in a water sign. It could be different for Cancer and Scorpio. And so with this full moon being in Gemini and Mercury going retrograde, for people like me, where Mercury lies in a water sign, because Gemini is a communicative energy, it's going to be a lot of inner dialogue and inner turmoil and inner conflict with that energy. Now, for some of you, if Mercury, let's say, is in another air sign, or even in Virgo, because Mercury rules Virgo, your communication will not be affected as much as it would be in a water sign. Also, when it's in a fire sign, it's not as bad. So anyway, so look out for that and connect to the Sagittarian energy. That will bring a little bit of optimism and even knowledge to you if you choose to use it in that way. What I recommend is grounding for sure, especially on that night. I believe it's on December 3rd, which is a Sunday. Grounding, going out to nature, just doing the little things that bring joy to you. You know, the energies will be intense. I feel like we're going to be like reviewing the year and just looking over the lessons that we've learned, the situations that we've been in, and you know, most of the stuff has already been decided and act upon. So it's really going to be like a contemplating energy. For the most part, I don't see any action being taken, and it's not recommended either. You know, don't make any major decisions during Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I know people say with Mercury retrograde, the past will be coming back, past relationships, and that may be so for some. for most, I should say. And this isn't done so that you can make final decisions. This is for just reviewing the situation and seeing what you learned from it. And so sometimes with the Gemini energy, you may tend to turn that around on you and internalize it and see where you went wrong. You put yourself under a microscope. And that's not necessarily why this is happening. This is so that you can get the bigger picture, the full picture of, it's like a year in review. That's how I would view it. So it's going to be intense for most of December, I believe, like the first 2 weeks. And we'll start seeing some relief like 3rd and 4th week of December. So keep that in mind. Connect to the Sagittarian energy. Do your grounding. You know, crystals do help to a certain point, to a certain extent. And just do the little things that bring joy to you. And it is the holiday season, whether you celebrate or not. I'm not really a celebrator of these holidays, but I do like the energy that it brings in. You know, people become genuinely giving and happier around this time. And so connect to that energy. That could also be the Sagittarian energy too. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to end it here. I hope this has been helpful to some of you. So much love. So much love to all of you. I'm going to put my crystals down. Thank you so much for viewing this. And those that are commenting, thank you for your comments. I do read them. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the month. I'll try to come back with more videos, okay? Bye for now. I'll see you on the next video.